Well, hello everybody! It's the missing G-Bear, homesteading the desert. Yeah, well, I was doing a little bit of EFTY, and when I got back today, it was just one of those days where if it could go wrong, it did. So anyway, I lost 3 hens. And they were all three of the hens that I lost all came from the same place, El Rancho. And it doesn't look like they were bit by anything or injured in any way. I just found them laying in the floor of the coop, dead. And they just died. It wasn't like they were dead for a long time. They just died, and they were still a little on the warm side. But some fire ants had gotten in there and already found them and was starting to eat away on them. So I pulled them out of there, and I'm going to have to bury them because I don't know what killed them, so I can't eat them. So it's strange that it was the last 3 that I bought from El Rancho, and the other ones that I got from my neighbor up the road, they're all healthy and doing their thing, no problem. And Nellie and Brewster are doing their thing, no problem. That's kind of weird. I don't know what it was all about, but I guess I'm going to have to figure it out sooner or later. Well, that was one of the things. Then I went around the back and I realized that there was some strong winds because my one of my cables to my turbine mast had broken right at the base where I just put that new base in that was pulled out of the ground once before. And it broke the cable. Well, it didn't break the cable, it broke the turnbuckle. And I thought it was a cast iron center on that turnbuckle, but it looks like it's a cast aluminum. So I'm going to have to find a cast iron one to put in there. But that was problem number 2. But then I noticed that all my power was out. None of my clocks were on, and lights didn't work, and I said, "Oh, what the heck is this all about now?" So I went into the battery room, and the inverter had gone into safe mode because the voltage had dropped so low. Now, I checked, and I had 14 volts coming in at my charge controllers. But the battery sides were all like 11, 10, 9, 11. So it had gotten down low enough to make everything to shut off. Not really happy about that. So I ran into town and I bought myself a hydrometer and started checking the cells of the batteries to see if I had a bad battery somewhere in the battery bank that was drawing the others down. And I checked half of the 18 batteries. I went through the first 9 batteries in a row and couldn't even get a reading on the hydrometer. So, looks like something killed my whole battery bank in a day's time. Whatever did that, I have no clue, but I'm going to find out. Now, one of the things that I want to ask you people tonight, everybody out there, I know there's a lot of you that are into off-gridding and solar power and all of that. Well, I do want to put a midnight charge controller, solar controller in, and I've been doing a little research on them, and they are a little overpriced, but they are the best that's out there. So I'm just not going to mess around with anything in between cheaper or anything like that. I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy the best to start with. But there's 3 main ones out there. There's the Midnight 150, the Midnight 200, and the Midnight 250. And believe it or not, the 200 is more expensive than the 250. So I think that's the one that's the most popular. But the 250 allows up to 250 volts coming in, so I'd like to go that way. and I'm kind of like at a quandary of which one I should buy, because I don't know that much about the Midnights. I have never really had an opportunity to spend and research them, and now I need one. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a call out to everybody out there to comment. Let me know what you think the best Midnight controller is. And I know they have the specials and the CPs and all kinds of stuff like that. And I know some of them have, they talk about, let's see, how is it quoted? No auxiliary, no follow me. I have no clue what that means. There was another one, a 250, that said has the auxiliary 1 and 2 and has the not Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, but it does not have the follow me. So if anybody could tell me what that's all about, that'll help me make my decision. And I'm pressed for time on this. I've got to do it now. So right now, you can probably hear in the background, I have my little generator running, and I've shut and unplugged off everything that's inside that draws electricity, and the generator is keeping me just at around 11.7. So that'll get me through the night, and then tomorrow I'll work from there and go into town. I'm thinking I'm going to have to buy some batteries to get me through until I can decide what I'm going to do. Now, I was looking into the lithium batteries, and they say that they're great, the best thing out there. They're pricey, but they don't like freezing temperatures, and I get freezing temperatures out here, so I have to concern myself with that. Now, the lead acids actually generate heat, so they'll stay warm in the room by themselves. I don't know if the lithiums will do that. So anybody knows if that's the case, if the lithiums actually produce their own heat and would keep warm inside a closed battery room, then I could use them. But for right now, I'm thinking about buying the Trojans 400 amp hour, the tall one, the big ones. I'll get 4 of those, which would give me 2 24-volt batteries at 400 amps, or a total of 800 amps. And that should carry me over until I can work this whole situation out. And also, I just got a coupon from Harbor Freight, and they have the Predator 6,500 watt generator on sale right now for $4.99. So I thought to myself, well, let's read into this, and it says it'll run 14 and a half hours at half load. So that's 3,500 watts at half load in 14 hours. That'll definitely run through the night until the sun comes out in the morning. I said, well, you know what? I just might have to go buy one of those. So that's on the plan for tomorrow also. Now, while I was down in doing my EFTY, the EFTY, a friend of mine called up from the computer store and said, hey, you interested in some solar panels? I said, yeah, what do you got? And he said, well, I got some 305 watt solar panels here, brand new. They're not used or refurbished, they're brand new, and they're 24 volt. And I says, okay, well, what's my price on them? And my price was great, $100 a piece, 1/3 the cost. So I brought 3 of those back with me. They're in the van right now, and I'd like to get those hooked up and daisy chained into the Midnight controller, so that that was going to put out 900 watts or 915 watts in those 3 alone. And I told them to hold at least one more for me, so I'd be going back and getting that. I just didn't have enough cash on me at the time to buy the ones that I had. Now remember, that was my price on them. As I've been dealing with these guys since the 1980s, so they give me a little special deals. They're a little more expensive for other people that might go get them, but that's still cheap enough. So, you know, they might throw on $20 or so on those things on top of them. I got $20 discount per panel. You're going to have to pay $120 for them. Hey, if you're interested, go see them, and I'll. Anybody that wants information on that, just put your question down in the bottom in the comment section, and I'll get back to you on a contact number so that you can get them. They are in Orange County, California, so I'm sure nobody from the rest of the country is going to drive out there to get them. But if you're in the California area and you're interested in solar panels, I'm not sure how many he has. I will figure that out tomorrow, and I'll put that in tomorrow's video. All right, everybody. That's all I have for tonight. Just wanted to catch you up to date. And I'm going to cook myself a piece of chicken on the barbecue and have a cold beer here and maybe soak in the tote koozie for a little while. I'm kind of tired. I was in there earlier and I swam 14 laps in the tote koozie, and that wore me out. You know, 3 foot in that direction, 4 foot in that direction, 3 foot in that direction, 4 foot in that direction. That's a lot of laps. Whew. All right, everybody. G Bear signing off.